Hello, Rep97 here, and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy, where we once again rejoin the Argyll and Southern Highlanders in their push for Tourmauville. And we're getting down to the last 20 minutes of the scenario, so really getting towards the business end. So far we have cleared out Tourmauville, and which is a small village off the bottom left-hand corner of the map, and we're now just advancing on the other objective, Tourmauville. Last episode we kind of concentrated on clearing out this farm just on the edge of town. And now the kind of plan going forward is going to try and establish ourselves a little bridgehead using these buildings here. So we know there is a machine gunner in this building, and we know there's a machine gunner in this building, so we're going to have to try and suppress them with our brain carriers while we use a foothold. Meanwhile, one of the objectives is to take out the MG bunker, so again we're going to see if we can't spy the MG bunker when we get forward with our scouts, and then bring up maybe a PIA or call in some artillery. Meanwhile, another important aspect to this mission is getting as much of B Company out of this road as we can. B Company is currently stacked up at the back here, and really with 20 minutes to go we're going to have to start kind of advancing down this field. Only real concerns, so we've got remnants of an infantry squad here, which we should be able to deal with without too much trouble, although I don't want to take casualties. But of a bigger concern is an infantry gun here, which we have dropped some mortars on, but we don't know its current condition, and an armoured car, which we have seen buzzing around. It could obviously pop out and do large amounts of damage to our infantry in the open. We do have an AT gun, which you'll remember situated back here. However, it's probably worth pointing out that the armoured car could quite happily sit kind of back in this area and quite a commanding view over a large section of this field without our AT piece getting anywhere near it. So we'll have to look. Maybe again, it might be used for artillery. We might have to move the AT, or might be have to use some of our Piats if that becomes problematic. However, we can worry about that once it's a bit more kind of location information comes in. First thing we'll do though is pop ahead with the next minutes. We've got all our kind of commands in. The only real kind of activities this minute are going to be kind of pushing forward with our brain carriers to get a better position to suppress this building, and we're going to pop our forward observers up into this building here just to see if we can get eyes on the infantry gun, or hopefully what's left of it, but we shall see. And those guys have stopped in the field, so I'll do well to remember that. I have contemplated using my engineers to get rid of this barricade, so we've got a kind of or this barricade, there's one here as well, to give us a way between the fields. I'm not 100% sold on that just yet. But in next task of engineers I think it's going to be to provide passage into the back of this house. Fairly quiet start to things. I don't know what crackling noise is. It's just a fire somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's got the best line of sight into this building actually, because he was, the gunman was at this window here. So ideally we'd get a Bren over in this position. But I'm slightly worried about what that might expose ourselves to. On the plus side, our observers are up there and they haven't seen anything yet, which is good-ish. I suppose the question is how comfortable are we if we move the Bren through this, but they're not just going to pivot round and blow it to smithereens. And I'm not sure on that one. Right, let's jump into command phase. So I think I'm going to get this guy to move himself up here and into probably this position. We should be protected from any guys in this building. Well, at least it gives a little bit more information about what's going on here. He might come to an unfortunate end, which I would not like to happen, but we shall see. He should be okay, I think, though, actually. So I don't think there's any Germans hiding along this line. Meanwhile, we could also actually put some bodies up into this house here, but I am conscious I'm getting spotted and ending up in a bad way from some machine gunners. Be useful actually to pull someone like these scouts in they are quite a long way away unless we use yet another engineering charge. How many have we got? We've still got 4 left. Right, we definitely want one there. Keep one maybe there. It might be worth one just to bring those scouts in. Do you know what I think I'm going to do it as well? Because I don't think I'm going to need 4 charges somewhere else. Well, I mean potentially, but I think this is a better use of them. So I want you guys move your ways there, blast yourself there, and I'd like my scouts to fall back because they've been there for quite a number of turns, haven't spotted anything. I think that's be a much better use of their time. And these guys are thinking, well, if you're going to do that, why did you make us walk all the way around? But there you go. We shall do that. So again, I'm leery about pushing any further forward, but I'm also leery about just sitting for another minute. One other thought I did have, which is probably worth discussing, ammo truck. So ammo truck for B company is currently hanging about back here. I do not have much confidence that we're going to be able to get this ammo truck to that exit point without it getting bogged down somewhere. I mean, I think the conditions are wet. Let's just double check. Yeah, it is wet. It's a tracked vehicle, a wheeled vehicle, obviously open ground. We've already lost A company, C company supply truck, which is immobilized. Yeah, so I very much think I'm going to bring him over here and just load up as many squads as I can, just so we're carrying that ammo to the next mission. I'm also going to get these guys to jog at least some of this, just so they are a bit closer to where we want them to be. Because well, there's a long way to go. Good. Now I've decided if I want to push in or just spend another minute scouting about. I'm gonna have a slight think on this, and I'll come back. Okay. So after all that, I decided I'm a little bit conscious of time. So what I decided is I'm going to get these spread detachment to come up to the second story. But I should probably give them a face command as well to make sure they're going out the right buildings, out the right. Now let's just clear all your orders. Out the right window. So just the second story, and now I'm going to get them to at the end point. Face south. Is it south? No, north. No, south. I was right the first time. Yeah, to make sure they hopefully go to the right windows. It is a little bit risky, and I don't really want to lose them, but I do need some information, and I'm conscious of my time. So without further ado, we'll push on the next minute. See if we get any spots. Do we have lost contact of infantry in the team that was there? Oh, and yes, probably was worth mentioning. I did give this guy an area fire target on the top story, which I was quite surprised at, given he can't actually see, but he's just going to fire some rounds fairly indiscriminately, and yeah, and they're not being particularly effective. Might give the Germans some pause for thought, if nothing else. Actually been worryingly quiet from the Germans for a while, actually. And I'm really surprised these guys aren't spotting anything. That's my own blast charge. I had an absolute heart attack there. Every time there's a blast charge, I forget about it. I'm just going to check what window these guys are at. Don't need a window, Sarge. Just put my face through all. No, they're at the right ones. I mean, from here, they've got a pretty good look down there. So you think they would spot anything? I mean, we are 10:20 in the morning, so it's not like there's light issues. The Germans have gone oddly quiet. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. It worries me that I've got not spot on like the destroyed piece here. Because my fear is that I get this brain carrier, just come trundling essentially into this position to stare down this window. Not really get a line of sight, although, I mean, where are they? They're tucked away in here. Do they actually have vision? I mean, look at the mortar around. You'd kind of hope, but they might, you know. Suppose it'd be better actually if I brought them up to that square. We should theoretically be right in line with this little wooden hut. I appreciate I'm whizzing around on the map probably a little bit too much now. And hopefully that would block their line of sight if they weren't dead. Alright, I think that's what we're going to do. Good, right. Command phase. I've got, yeah, just these guys moving slowly forward. It's absolutely fine. Get this Bren to move forward. So this is one of those moments where, on paper, it should all be fine. In practice, we shall see. Face that way, please. Oh, from here. Thank you. Now, is that the square I wanted them in? Yeah. That gives them a line. Actually, no, it's slightly further over. Let's clear all that to give you an actual... It's more like there I want you. Which then gives you a block to that position. Of course, doesn't mean you might not get pegged on the way. It's not as good a position, in fact, it's nowhere near as good a position for this window. Here is really where I want to be. Does that give a straight line of sight? It does, it does, it does, it does. If I just moved forward to there. Okay. We will go for it. Okay, I'll do a quick round the houses. I don't think there's any other major orders to give, but I want to make sure all my troops are moving in that direction, so I'll do that off camera and then we will jump in and see if our brain carrier can make it to position without coming to an unfortunate end. Okay, so yeah, only thing in off camera was a scout which we put a hole for last turn, give him orders to come up into the third story over here, and for B Company to start grabbing some ammo from that supply truck. Right, let's jump into action, see if our brain carrier can get to position. It's all been very, very quiet. Maybe they've gone. Well, that's a good start. Wow. What has happened to that chap? Oh. Hello. Right, let's go back. Who saw sight of him? You did. Where's my Piat? Oh, actually, relatively close. Oh, this could be spicy. Okay, good. Target number 1. My Piat team will get his orders in at the end of this turn, provided the car doesn't go anywhere. But that would be a nice little bonus to get. It's the only vehicle we've seen on the German side thus far. Ah, he's woken up. Hello. Finally decided that he was going to reply to some of this fire. You don't seem to be doing a particularly good job of keeping him suppressed. Oh. Ah, there he goes. Okay. Good. Again, nothing sight nor sound from over here. So I'm tempted to say, good job, not a problem. But I'm a little bit anxious to count my chickens, so the other thing I want to do is start pushing these scouts forward. Which I will do now. I've got this Bren team up here. So again, we knew there's a couple of infantry guys floating about here. So we'll get our Bren to kind of cover the area while we push up with our forward observers to again just confirm what's going on down here and push forwards a little bit more with B Company. Meantime, let's bring our Piet up into this hedge. I think is probably a good place to go. See if we can't take out that car, and we'll get our engineers and probably a squad up to assist with keeping this guy's head down. Okay. Great, so in fact I will go and do all that without dragging you through the motions. Okay, orders issued and we're ready fully off. So it's a little bit messy over here with movement orders, but essentially I've got the Piet team to have a little jog in behind the hedge here, and then with just the final action square movement being done under hunt order with a target armor arc, so hopefully they'll just pop up, fire a Piet, and then we can run away. Meanwhile I'm bringing the engineers round, just bringing them in behind this hedge for now, not getting them to really do anything. In fact, do you know what, I'm going to alter that slightly. Whilst I probably even just this last bit walking, because I don't want them to stand behind the Piet in case this guy gets a little angsty with his machine gun. These guys are going to keep firing, and I'm bringing a couple of squads in. So, because what I'd like to do is make sure this is covered for when my engineers probably next turn, next minute, come in here and attempt to blow a hole in that, and then we can send some guys into the building to deal with this chap if we haven't already done so. But we do need to take care of this armoured car, because otherwise he's just going to leather that ground floor with whatever caliber of machine gun he has on top. Aside from that, again, just doing some rotating all the way over here, just to stock up. So there's not a huge amount of ammo in here, a couple of thousand rounds of 303 and like 4 extra mortar bombs and 1 extra mortar smoke, so I'm just divvying them up to what's this, 11th platoon, so it'll be slightly better stocked than the rest of B Company, and then we don't need to worry about that truck quite so much. Okay, without further ado, let's press on. See if we can't get ourselves a first bit of excitement. So I'm going to hazard a guess he's gone to ground. Do you know what? I will. Let's just check that, because we have been, I think, caught out before. Hang on. No. Well done, Bren carriers. It's a great result, actually. It's a really good result. It's going to make life a lot easier. Who else is firing? Just jump that back 5 minutes? 5 seconds even. Uh-oh, where are you going? What silly order have I given you that you can't meet? And are you the ones getting shot at? Definitely hearing another machine gun fire. Oh, it could be this chap. I was expecting to see more tracers. Well, you're the next target I'm going to suppress. If we're happy, this is gone, which I'm not 100%, but I'm certainly feeling pretty good about it. Then we can bring our carriers in here and give that chap a bad day. But, getting ahead of myself. Wonder who he's, actually, who has spotted him. So it's the guys we've got in the second story there. So they are actually on a hold fire order, which they may or may not listen to if they're taking direct fire. Again, we've spotted him. Maybe I should have put the guys here. Gives them a good line of sight. But anyway, they'll be fine where they are. Where are they? Hang on, hang on. So we've got one. Oh, so there's an MG infantryman here and an MG infantryman here. Okay. Honestly, Germans, MG's absolutely everywhere. But we can deal with all of that. Hopefully we're not taking casualties. Yeah, I'll need to probably pull those guys out. Okay. What's taking you so long? Nothing, just slow going for the forest. Okay, looks like we'll have to wait till next turn before the excitement. So you can clear this target order. I'm really stoked that we took that guy out, actually. Right, let's go command phase. Clear that. Clear. And now I want you to take on this hoose. Where do I want to position you? Probably come forward a little bit. To like here? Is this too close? Again, I'm still trying to what's the word? Hedge my bets on whether that thing's actually been destroyed. I think, yeah. Actually, here's a question. Do you need to move at all? Maybe not. Maybe you can just start putting some rounds into this building. Yeah, go for it. Might not be the greatest angle. Right, you are up in the building. Yes, you're looking completely the wrong way. And I can't give you a face command. Why not? Try this. I say move to level 3. Then can I give you a face command? Sure. This way, please. Germans are that way. I'll keep those guys there for now. Bold as that may be. I really want to get more eyes down there. How did you get on? You got there no problem, actually. Okay. Keep going down one. And then maybe we'll bring the Bren team up a further hedge to support. In fact, let's grab somebody else's Bren section. Let's get these guys forward in tandem. Come on, buddy. Where are these guys going out? Is there no way through this hedge? I'm pretty sure there's a way through this hedge. Yeah, just here. Get yourself there. Get yourself down this way, and at least we'll run you forward to say, I think we're safe to here. Good. We'll get some additional support for that forward observer as he scoots forward, but I'm feeling confident, which is usually a very dangerous sign in these games. Engineering team, let's get you to get yourselves in position. In fact, you know what, I should probably get the second order here to be a hunt, just in case this guy wasn't on his own. Even though we've not seen any sign of him. That's the wrong thing I want to do. Change it for a hunt, for a blast, sorry. And then that might not give me exactly what I want. Because I wanted to blow through this hedge. I think it might be having trouble with the action squares. Let's try that one more time because I want you to blast just to there. Perfect. Perfect. And in fact, no I don't. Because what I really want you to do is hunt to here. And blast through to... Yeah, that might not fly. We'll try that. So I want the hole to be where the door is. Okay. That sounds good. Piet Man's coming in. I think we're good just to push on. No, we've got to decide what we're doing with him. And whether we want him to pick a fight or not. Part of me says yes, but I'm probably going to regret it. So please do pick a fight. I mean, if I'm doing that, I really should stack up some more guns, but because he's going to cop it from two directions. So, you know what? No, let's be sensible about this. We've got a scout in place. Let's get you to actually pop down to the ground floor and not get yourself killed. I think that's a smart decision. Okay, let's run for the next minute, see if we can't bag ourselves this armoured car. See if our Brens can't get another cheeky kill. Oh, just a suppression, but hey, it's a start. Okay, here we go, lads. Okay, there's a bunker, which I don't want you to attack just yet. Come on. Why no spot? Okay. Maybe he'll change his mind. I just want to check what happened with the dudes in here. Whether they've just gone to ground or if we've inflicted another casualty. Just gone to ground. Okay. Go on, Piet team. I have faith in you. Ah, no, it was an MG man. He's foiling my lovely plan. Okay, that's going to be problematic because these guys are not going to want to fight a guy with a machine gun. Oh, you're getting involved now. Okay. Oh, we got another spot. On. Just an infantryman. Ah. And there we have it. Confirmed. Abandoned piece. That is fantastic news. Okay, so we can really bring our brain carriers into bear. So make you a little bit dizzy there. Who got this spot? It was you! Okay, that was a really good guy to bring forward. Excellent. I'm going to have to see what we can do about unpicking this little situation. Because having these guys here is a bad idea. It is a bad idea. I mean, it's a good idea long term. I want to take out that. I want to take out that. But I need to get this guy off my case. You do have a brain gun. Could potentially get him to stick his head down long enough for these guys to take a pop at the car. And we could maybe bring in a little bit of support to help you out with that. But again, if this car wakes up, starts drawing fire, it's going to end pretty badly for everyone hiding behind a hedge. Okay, well, with the gun out of the way, I'm going to certainly bring some more advanced movements for my brain carriers and for B company, remember who's who. So what I'm going to do is I'll duck away off camera, I'll do all that, and I'll at the same time mull over what we think we're going to do here. Alright, so I've decided to try and double down in this little situation. So I'm bringing in the brain gun and a couple of rifles from this section, as well as the brain gun and a couple of rifles from this section. Again, hopefully, and will be enough just to get that guy to stick his head down long enough for our Piet teams to get a pop off. I'm willing to kind of let it run for another minute. If we're not getting anywhere, then I'm going to pull everyone in and try plan B. Which may be probably a combination of having guys here as well as putting some troops in this building. I mean, could I? No, you can't. Relocate to that corner. Meanwhile, so brain carriers moving. 3 of them, so moving 1 in here. This chap going to move around to take care of this guy, and I'll get this brain carrier advancing to see what else we've got to go. And then I'm just slowly moving up C company across the board, really. And that is about it. So let's see what we can get done. So, I mean, this is good. If we can get this guy just to stick his head down, I'll be a very happy man. It's not happening thus far. Oh, it's gone down. Ah, he's up again. Ooh, and there we go, took a casualty from it. Oh, our officer as well. Who's that gone down? 13th platoon, 3rd section, that was Corporal Heath. Corporal Heath, no longer with us, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, the cars are woken up. Nah. Just in time for him to go down. Not in time for us to do anything about it. I think it definitely might be a plan B here. And we've all gone to ground. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Good one, lads. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, turns out there was a rifleman hiding downstairs. Okay. And we've also made spot of A marksman, looks like. Yes, no. No, not marksman. Just a rifleman on the balcony. Okay. I don't want these guys. Okay, it looks like we've taken care of that chap. They haven't gone in the house. Good. Alright. Alright. That's interesting. He is down. Oh, see, now I'm at the... Why? Why can't you see that? You definitely can't. Right. I have to get these guys to move up for whatever reason. It's hiding behind the pole, sir. I can't see it. I'm worried about just taking another blast of machine gun fire to the face. Okay. Uh-oh. Are we all okay? Did our... no, everyone's still here. Just looks like we took a bullet managed to penetrate. Which is possible. These guys are still up and on the go. We have sight of him. We know there's one rifleman in there. And a chap on the balcony. And I think that is it. Just double check. No casualties. No, that looks fine. So it's just Corporal Heath that went out this turn. I'll bring these guys forward. Okay, great. Command phase it is. So, I think, I know I said I was going to do 1 minute and pull them out, but we've got them down. We definitely have the guns here. So I'm gonna risk it for the proverbial biscuit and see if we can't get them to take out this car. Okay. So my 1 minute is going to turn into just 1 more minute. I am going to want to come into here eventually, but probably not just yet. Because I suspect we're going to get murdered from a few directions. Although it would be good to get, actually. Let's bring this guy over as a second option. Let's bring you around the houses a little bit here. Because maybe we get enough suppression elsewhere, we could maybe try a second angle. Anyway, you are quite happily doing that. I'm going to switch that just so you're targeting the right place. You are going to shoot these guys, please. You can't see anyone, but I'm actually going to have you trundle forward a little bit. Just so I can now start bringing these guys up who are just sitting here doing a whole lot of nothing. Start bringing them up in support. I don't really want to get drawn in too much of a firefight. And these guys, I'll just scooch them up to... Oh, you can medic that guy while we're waiting. And I do want to move these guys. We don't have the brain gun, of course, so less useful. Yeah, I've got a lot of firepower going out. Tempted to try and push them up to this hedgerow at some point, but probably not yet. Let's not get too ahead of myself. Still got 15 minutes. That's only 6 minutes we've played with thus far, and actually made pretty good progress. Alright, I'll do a quick check of B Company, make sure they're all moving in the right direction, and then we'll crack on at least 1 more minute. Okay, the only one decision I made there was to bring our Brent detachment back up into the second story and to put some fire down on these guys. I think we've got enough different people shooting at them. Hopefully it should be safe to do so, and put the kind of weight of fire in our direction. Meanwhile, let's hit the button, see what happens. See if our P8 team can't get the job done. I'm amazed this car hasn't moved, to be perfectly honest. Looks like they're running around. The machine gun man's still suppressed. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Right. Come on, guys. Can you tell these guys this car's here, please? Oh, this is so frustrating. Are you actually shooting them with your rifle? Oh no, you're not the P8 team. So which one of you has the P8? Oh, hang on, he's got it out. He's got it out. He still claims not to be able to see that car though, which could prove problematic. Okay, we'll see if that changes. So we're now drawing fire, which is going to go badly. Ah, such a source of frustration. Oh, we found someone else. And you'll be shocked to hear it's another German infantryman with a machine gun, MG40. This place is... oh, and another one. Let me guess, you've got an MG40. Look at that, he does. Wow, okay. It's definitely going to be... it's definitely going to be challenging to try and take all these guys out. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And they still... Why? Why? Oh, it's going to be so frustrating sometime. So these guys can quite happily see this truck. These two... I know they've got their heads down now, but on the same action square, like... not convinced, mate. Not convinced. Meanwhile... we've lost sight of the machine gun man, which is good. May have gone down, he may just be rattled. What happened to the two in here? Be good if we can start whittling down these numbers slightly. But as lucky as we got last time, yeah. It's not the case. Okay. We've got dregs of a team here. Probably worth putting them up in this building to help support and trying to clear it here, which is probably what I'll do. Okay, but that is going to draw us to the end of this episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a little bit of excitement with this army car, so we're gonna have to maybe plan B with uh-oh. So much for plan B. Hang on, I know it said it's going to be end, but too comfortable with this ground. Wow, that was a rifleman I think took him out there. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, it's not ridiculous, but it's frustrating and unfortunate. That's maybe a better way of doing it. Okay, but yeah, so this is going to draw into this episode. We'll have to look into the next one to see how we're going to deal with this. This is a lot of machine guns embedded in buildings that we've got to deal with. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 5 or 6, I can't remember, plus at least another infantry squad there. Yeah, this could to be a real challenge to deal with these guys. On the plus side, I think we're going to get B Company out without too much issue. I think we keep these guys busy enough, we're not going to cop too much flack. Yeah, needing that guy's block the buildings. But it is going to be interesting to see how much of a job we can get done in the next 14 minutes. One thing worth just checking is the objectives. So that's where we've got to get to. At least we want at least to get some people in it so as to deny it as a complete objective to the Germans, which I think we'll manage, but I don't know how well we'll clear it. But we'll see. We'll see where we get to. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one.